June 29th, 1945. Japanese submarine slammed 2 torpedoes into our side, Chief. It was coming back from the island of Tinian. We just delivered the bomb, the Hiroshima bomb. 1,100 men went into the water. The vessel went down in 12 minutes. We didn't see the first shark for about half an hour. Tiger, 13-footer. You know that when you're in the water, Chief, you can tell by looking from the dorsal to the tail. Well, what we didn't know was, because our bomb mission was so secret, no distress signal had been sent. They didn't even list us overdue for a week. The very first light, Chief, the sharks come cruising. So we formed ourselves into tight groups. It was sort of like you see in the calendars, you know, the infantry squares in the old calendars, like the Battle of Waterloo. And the idea was the shark come to the nearest man, and that man, he starts pounding and hollering, and sometimes that shark, he'd go away. But sometimes he wouldn't go away. Sometimes that shark, he looks you, right into your eyes. You know the thing about a shark? It's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eye. And when he comes at you, he doesn't seem to be living until he bites you. And those black eyes roll over white. And then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming, and the ocean turns red, and in spite of all the pounding and the hollering, they all come in and rip you to pieces. You know, by the end of that first dawn, we'd lost 100 men. I don't know how many sharks. Maybe 1,000. I don't know how many men. They averaged 6 an hour. On Thursday morning, Chief, I bumped into an old friend of mine, Herbie Robinson from Cleveland. He was a baseball player and bosun's mate. I thought he was asleep, reached over to wake him up. He bobbed up and down in the water just like a kind of top, upended. Well, he'd been bitten in half below the waist. At noon on the 5th day, a Lockheed Venturer swung in low and he spotted us. A young pilot, a lot younger than Mr. Hooper here. Anyway, he spotted us, and a few hours later a big old fat PBY come down and started to pick us up. You know, that was the time I was most frightened, waiting for my turn. I'll never put on a life jacket again. So 1,100 men went into the water. 316 men came out. The sharks took the rest. June the 29th, 1945. Anyway, we delivered the bomb.